another time, another another time. Yes, another day, info day. Every day is info day. You can without it. It is an integral part of our existence. You want to wonder the possibility of living without it. You want to think about that whether you can ever live without information. And interestingly, about 75 to 80% of the world population so interested in information, even the uneducated, the semi-educated, they are all interested. Yes, that demographic called the uneducated, the older people, those who did not go to school, those who cannot read and write, they are the ones who are so very zealous, eager, enthusiastic to get involved with the information. Oh, yes, yes, how that group is so encouraging. Uneducated, yet they are experts. They are fully engaged with it. Then what more about the average and the educated? So here we are again another day with info. It's called Kings Local Daily on Kings 88.5, your radio vendor on this 18th day of November 2025. Just so you know, we are transmitting from Central Morovia, situated between Randa and Front Streets, adjacent the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. I'm Sam Andrews. These are the papers we've got in Liberia's most investigative newspaper, The Independent, the New Dawn newspaper, The News, the nation's news since 1989, Front Page Africa, the Doyen Daily Observer newspaper, In Profile Daily, celebrating 18 years of existence, The Pioneer, Inquirer newspaper, and The Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you. We start with The Independent newspaper, lead story. Kofa, 14 others plead not guilty as jury selection begins today in capital arson case. That's the lead story of The Independent newspaper. Kofa, 14 others plead not guilty as jury selection begins today in capital arson case. Representatives Abu Kamara, Dixon Siegel, and former House Speaker, Councillor J. Fonati Kofa, all on the front page. The footnote story front page of The Independent. CDC slams 2026 US 1.2 billion draft budget, describes it as a serious fiscal risk. That's the footnote story front page of The Independent. CDC slams 2026 US 1.2 billion draft budget describes it as serious fiscal risks. The party's chairman, Anthony at Law, Janga Ko, on the front page. The back page, Liberia's dramatic forest loss as political elite orders invite several migrant workers from Ivory Coast orders. The sub-lead story back page, at PYJ residents, simultaneous protest looms as aggrieved university students demand access to their grades, other documents. Government revoked work permits of 3 Chinese. UN Women Rep applauds New Hope Academy. The Independent, Liberia's most investigative newspaper, is out this morning for 50 Liberian dollars. Only 50, no more, no less. You want to get a copy and you auto from any one of the vendors. If you are unable, as per your workload, your office load, your business activities, or your distance, you can just access any one of the vendors, then your radio vendor, Kings 88.5, has brought the paper to you technologically. That's what we are. We are at your disposal. Serviceable, we remain. Minutes after 11 o'clock. Next up, the New Dawn newspaper, truly independent. The story, the New Dawn newspaper. Jury selection begins today as ex-Speaker Kofa, colleagues, and others plead not guilty. Jury selection begins today as ex-Speaker Kofa, colleagues, and others plead not guilty. That's the lead story of the New Dawn newspaper. The sub-lead story, Moi launches. Moi launches, I think the paper meant to say latches. Moi latches at Musa Bility, accuses him of depriving Bond County and undermining political rivals. The two are on the front page. Senator Prince Moi of Unity Party and Representative Musa Hassan Bility, political leader, Citizens Movement for Change. So it's Unity Party versus CMC politically. Senator Prince Moi, a die-hard supporter, stalwart of the ruling Unity Party, and Musa Bility, political leader, CMC. The back page of the New Dawn newspaper. Councillor Wisse to deliver keynote address at Motorado Bar Convention. Councillor Wisse to deliver keynote address at Motorado Bar election. That's Councillor Mandina Wisse. She's on the back page. And that's the only story. The back page is running. You want to get a copy of the New Dawn newspaper so that you have a full understanding of both the lead and sub-lead stories. The New Dawn newspaper is out today for 50 Liberian dollars. Reasonable amount, not expensive. Low amount. You can afford that. Get a copy if you haven't yet. The money doesn't matter. What matters is the info. $50 gives you all the information that you need from the New Dawn newspaper. They are credible. They've been around like the other papers too for long. 12 minutes after 11, you are listening to and watching King's Local Daily on King's 88.5, your radio vendor, transmitting from Central Morovia, adjacent Bill Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation between Randa and Front Streets on this 18th day of November 2025. Next up, the news, the nation's news since 1989. Lead story, the news newspaper. Crackdown on Chinese workers. Labor Minister revokes permits. That's the lead story of the news newspaper. Crackdown on Chinese workers. Labor Minister revokes permit. He's on the front page. Councillor Kopokra, Minister of Labor. The footnote story, front page. Kofa, others plead not guilty. Kofa, others plead not guilty. Representatives Abu Kamara, Dixon, Sibo, Jacob Debbie, and the former speaker, Fonati Kofa, are all on the front page. The back page of the news. Lawmakers strain in budget oversight. Lawmakers strain in budget oversight. The back lead of the news newspaper. EPA endorses Balaam declaration. Senator Moy responds to responsibility. River says residents applaud government. They will donate to cancer unit at JFK. LACC educate students in ethical leadership. The news, the nation's news since 1989 is out for 40, only 40, no more, no less, Liberian dollars. You want to get a copy of the paper so that you have a full understanding of the lead story. Crackdown on Chinese workers. Labor Minister revokes permit. "15 minutes after 11. 15 minutes to be here. 15 minutes to be out." Where do we go next? One of the leading Doyen pioneer newspapers in Liberia, been around for rack of ages, clear for the incredible, reliable. You want to do business and keep doing business with them. Front page, Africa newspaper. Lead story, front page, Africa newspaper. Traffic chaos, traffic chaos, crumbling traffic lights, cripple movement in Morovia, Painesville. Police fight rising danger as authorities blame vandalism, announce replacement, and CCTV roll out. That's the lead story of Front Page Africa. Traffic chaos, crumbling traffic lights, cripple movement in Morovia, Painesville. Police cite rising danger as authorities blame vandalism, announce replacements, and CCTV roll out. What that means is at every intersection where there is traffic light, CCTV will be there to pick up any violation. The ministers of Transport and Public Works are sharing the front page. Salif Tyler and Roland Giddings. We have to open our eyes. We have to open our eyes. Senator Prince Moy raises alarm over US 180 million domestic debt allocation, cites risks of individual robbing Liberia, promises rigorous vetting. The back page of Front Page Africa newspaper is all memorialization or an announcement. That's it. The paper is out for 40 Liberian dollars. Reasonable. You want to get a copy of Front Page Africa newspaper so that you have an understanding of the lead story. Traffic chaos with all of the details just for 40, only 40 Liberian dollars. No more, no less. 40. "18 minutes after 11. This is King's Local Dealer, King's 88.5, your radio vendor. From Doyen, Front Page Africa, to another Doyen newspaper in Liberia, Daily Observer, another credible paper, reliable. You want to do business with them and keep doing business with them. Lead story, the Daily Observer newspaper. Dates of holding Islam hostage are over. Dates of holding Islam hostage are over. Liberia's chief imam declares, pushes back against tribal politics, defends role in red light eviction, but critics say he failed his people. That's the lead story of the Daily Observer newspaper. Days of holding Islam hostage are over. Liberia's chief imam declares, pushes back against tribal politics, defends role in red light eviction, but critics say he failed his people. He's the chief imam Ali Krai. He's on the front page. The sub-lead story of the Daily Observer newspaper, jury selection in Capitol Hill arson case begins. What to expect as Kofa and others prepare for trial. That's That's the top lead story of the Daily Observer newspaper. Jury selection in Capitol Hill arson case begins. What to expect as Kofa and others prepare for trial. They are all on the front page. Former House Speaker, Councillor J. Fonati Kofa, Representatives Dixon Sibo, Abu Kamara, and Jacob Deby. Sawmill pollutes Buchanan neighborhood. Supreme Court reserves judgment in Dr. Craig's young wrongful termination case, allowing parties to discuss. The back page of the Daily Observer newspaper. LERC issues Liberia's first solar PV installer license, sets new industrial standard. NAFA underscores national commitment to sustainable fisheries. The Daily Observer newspaper is out for 40 Liberian dollars, only 40, no more, no less. 40. You want to get a copy, please do, if you haven't yet, so that you have a full understanding of both the lead story. Days of holding Islam hostage are over. That's according to the Chief Imam Ali Krai. And jury selection in Capitol Hill arson case begins. "23 minutes after 11, the Improfile Daily, celebrating 18 years of existence. Next up. Lead story, Improfile Daily newspaper at 18 years. To evade conflict, Liberia, Guinea agreement under review. To evade conflict, Liberia, Guinea agreement under review. The stakeholders involved with that agreement: Justice Minister Oswald Tuer, Finance Minister Augustine Gafwan, Representative Foley Famule, Salif Tyler, and the boards of HPX are all sharing the front page of the Improfile Daily newspaper at 18 years. The sub-lead story, Kofa orders plead not guilty. Kofa orders plead not guilty. Three of them on the front page. Former House Speaker, Councillor Fonati Kofa, Representatives Abu Kamara and Dixon Sibo are on the front page too. Other stories front page: in Shara fire disaster, Prophet Key accuses Representative Thomas Gosha, 4 Chinese in trouble. The back page of the Improfile Daily newspaper. Gamon Public School in ruin. Who accuses Kafia Superintendent Morris as Representative Marvin Cole. Gafwan details budget draft fiscal budget. War Quality Day recommended or commemorated. Sorry. The Improfile Daily newspaper is out for 40, only 40, no more, no less. You want to get a copy, please, so that you have a deeper insight of the lead and sub-lead stories as well as other stories. The Improfile Daily, celebrating 18 years of existence as a media institution. 25 minutes after 11 o'clock, just 5 minutes, and then we zoom out. You are listening to and watching King's Local Daily, King's 88.5, your radio vendor, transmitting from Central Morovia, situated between Randa and Front Street, adjacent the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, on this 18th day of November 2025. The Doyen Inquirer newspaper is next. Lead story: The Inquirer, been around for rack of ages, clear for me. They are reliable too, authentic. You want to do business with them, credible. Government probes Chinese company at overpass project. Government probes Chinese company at overpass project. The Minister of Labor, Councillor Kopo Crow, is on the front page. Capital acts on trial, reignite as COFA co-defendants plead not guilty. The scene of the trial is on the front page. Capitol Building, Criminal Code A, where it is taking place. Tier Country Training Program opens in Accra as Liberia's ambassador opens second cohort. The back page of the Doyen Inquirer newspaper. LERC issues first solar PV installer license, sets new industry standard. Buaka fires MCC superintendent for corruption. Recycles Sano relieves Charles Brown. The Inquirer is out for 40 Liberian dollars. Only 40, no more, no less. Get a copy, please. The last but not the least, then we out on King's Local Daily for today. The Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you. Lead story: 13% tax on text message, phone call introduced. Did you get the lead story of the Oracle News Daily newspaper reporting the truth to you? 13% tax on text message. 13% tax on text message, phone call introduced as Liberia moves to tax the digital economy, including global tech giants, under new VAT regime. Oh yes, that's how it is being portrayed. But all goes to the 1.2 billion. The country is funding the 1.2 billion. 10 million is coming from the assets recovery. That is why Assets Recovery Board was told to move ahead and make an announcement with a threat to arrest. Imposition of tax. The phone calls that you make and text messages, you'll be paying more money. And it cuts across every area. The government is trying the best they can, giving a paper to now raise that 1.2 billion. They got 200 million already from ArcelorMittal, which is infinitesimal, very tiny, very small. So the rest of it, the society will feel it to the core. Other stories: 312.8 million foreign aid secured. 312.8 million foreign aid secured. That's according to Finance Minister Augustin Gafoin. The back page of the Oracle News Daily. Cacao rush fuels conflict in Southeast. Women and girls petition UN to open inquiry into unprosecuted sexual abuse cases. making specific reference to the case involving J. Brian McGill, Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports, whom Unity Party shielded, whom the government shielded as a supporter of Unity Party. The police says no prima facie evidence, no acquittal. Brian McGill can go free. Whoever doesn't like it, they should go and hang themselves. The Oracle News Daily newspaper is out today for 40, only 40 Liberian dollars. Please get a copy if you haven't yet. Reasonable amount. These papers are very reasonable, unlike other countries, even neighboring countries, very expensive. Liberia, the papers are less expensive, 40 and 50. Yes. And these newspapers are credible newspapers on the newsstand in Liberia. That's all the time we've got for King's Local Daily, King's 88.5, your radio vendor. We're back tomorrow. Join us at 12 midday. Before then, the news is on at 1 this afternoon. You want to join us for that. And then at 3 o'clock, Real Talk. Thank you for being with us. I'm Sam Andrews.